Right, folks, it is 3:30 on the 8th of July. Boris has handed in his notice. And people have been asking me if I was going to put a... Somebody even asked if I was going to do a live last night. I'm not doing a live over Boris. But, yeah. Boris. Where did it go? Where did his downfall go? Do you know where his downfall went, June?
It's hard to put a finger on it, really, isn't it?
I'd put a finger on it. I put a finger on Dominic Cummings when he left.
Yeah.
I think that was probably the end of it, because I also think that behind the scenes, Dominic Cummings was the Prime Minister.
Yeah.
Dominic Cummings did pull the strings. He advised Boris what to say, what to do. What?
You're sweating.
I'm sweating. I've been outside. I've been shopping. But I also think that all these politicians now who have basically been stabbing him in the fucking back like this, all the ones that have gave him advice since he won the last election in, when was it, 2019 he won the election?
2019, didn't he?
All these fucking experts, these sage experts, all these fucking politicians that have been giving him advice. And he probably took their advice on board and did what they said.
In a lot of ways, though, I think he was a little bit bullied into listening to the scientists, because he never seemed 100% behind what they were saying.
No.
I mean, I'm not sticking up for Boris here. I mean, because I think both of us had high hopes for Boris, didn't we? But I felt very let down by him.
Do you know what? As a man, or as a person, because I don't know whether he's a man or not, as a person, I like Boris. He makes me laugh, and you know, he's in a way he's just a normal
bloke.
Yeah, he's a
a
normal
bloke. But I do feel terribly let down.
Yeah, I feel let down by him. But you're right, June. I think he was bullied into all these decisions. He wasn't a leader in my book. He got caught up in it all. And they've all bullied, and they've bullied him, and they've bullied him out of his job as well.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, if it hadn't been for Boris, we'd have still been in lockdown.
Well, so they reckon, don't
last
they?
summer, because he forced the issue for us to come out of lockdown, didn't he? Was it July last year?
Something like that, weren't it? He started the road of our freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom
Day. Which wasn't yours to take in the first place, by the way.
Yeah. I'd say that all these fuckers who have been stabbing him in the back, all the MPs who have resigned, all these fucking SAGE members, everybody who gave him advice, have just basically gone for him to save their own skin.
Well, it's like Zahawi, isn't it? He got the job as Chancellor. What's he do 2 days later?
Yeah.
Ask Boris for his resignation.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous how it's all accumulated, it's all amounted into this. And so
I'm not defending Boris in any way, because he's behaved appallingly, but you tell me a politician that hasn't. Because they keep banging on about this Partygate. How many of them knew about Partygate and turned a blind eye? They're all as complicit as Boris was. Yeah. And that goes for the Labour Party.
Yeah. I mean,
goes for them all.
Keir Starmer's been found not guilty, or they don't want to pursue it any further. I don't give a fuck. In my eyes, he's just as bad as the others. I mean, you've got politicians, right, who were catching the trains down to London from Scotland, who were tested positive for COVID,
well, you've got Cummings, haven't you, going
or took a test for COVID, and they were on a train and they were going. Then you've got Jeremy Corbyn. He was there. He had 9 people to fucking dinner when you're only allowed 6. They're all the fucking same.
Yeah, and I think with Cummings as well, he needn't take the moral high ground now, because he was a bloody idiot.
Yeah, he was another one who
fucking... And Boris tried to save his skin.
Yeah.
He kept him on when he shouldn't have done.
In fact, Boris has tried to save a few of them. He tried to save fucking Matt Wankcock.
Huh?
He's tried to save this Pincher. They've all, you know, Boris has tried to show a bit of loyalty, or... When I say these things, right, loyalty, it's how I'm speaking, right? I don't need...
You're not very clever with words, are you?
Yeah, I'm thick. But They've all at it. They're all the fucking same. Every side, doesn't matter what colour the party is, they're all the fucking same. They all think they're fucking untouchable. But there's I wrote a few things down that I think really was the three things that I think that have ended Boris. When he had his fallout with Cummins, when we seen it, when Cummins sat there and made that apology
in the garden,
you knew it was the end of Cummins, and you knew it wasn't going to end well for Boris. It just wasn't. It was just all there. You could see it. You could see it was a false apology from Cummins.
Well, it wasn't even an apology, was it? It was an excuse.
Yeah.
An excuse. I don't think he actually apologised.
No, I don't think he apologised. And this is what I was saying earlier on. I think basically Cummins had his hand up Boris's arse and was moving his lips. He was the Prime Minister. The second part of his downfall was his wife, Carrie. I don't know what the fuck she thought she were doing. She were having parties. They've had fucking wallpaper. It was just a complete joke. She were having people round during lockdown.
I wonder if she'll stay with Boris now.
Well, this is it. I mean, apparently they were going to have some kind of wedding celebration, weren't they, at Chequers? But that's been fucking pissed all over. And I think the third thing he just wasn't strong enough making a decision. And he was too easily influenced.
Yeah, I think with a politician, you can't listen to the voices around you too much. I mean, obviously you take advice, don't you?
Yeah.
But you don't just bow down to their way of thinking. You've got to be strong enough to say, and have the conviction to say, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Like it or not.
Yeah, when Boris was the Lord Mayor, I think he had strong people around him who were doing the right thing, and he got on with it. But now, these fuckers are just knifing him in the back. I'm not defending Boris, right? I'm not defending him, because although it sounds like I am, I'm not really defending him. I'm just giving you the reasons why I think he has fucked up. And like I said, Cummins leaving, I think his wife was a complete disaster. I think she's influenced him. I think she's turned around and she says, some wives want a new kitchen, and she wanted this and that. And if you don't get the new kitchen, you don't get a this and that. And this is what's happened with Boris. I think she's fucking influenced him that much that he didn't know what he was doing in the end. And this is how it goes. I think he just wasn't strong enough. I think the thing with Pincher, that was just, I don't know. Do you know what? You can't even say it was high spirits, can you? Because he actually knew about it and then lied about it and tried to defend him, tried to keep him in a job. Now, there is rumours going round, and I don't know whether these have been on the news or if it's not, because I've been doing other things. There is reports of BJ getting a BJ being caught by somebody, weren't there?
Yeah. Oh, if that was Pincher.
Well, this is what I'm thinking. I wonder if Pincher or Hancock has actually caught Boris being...
with his trousers down, literally.
Yeah. It's out there. If you go and look for it, it's there. Now, this is what I say about the media. Can you believe the media? And I think sometimes things are kept undercover. I don't know. This is one of them things where you've got to go and look for it, judge it yourself, and then weigh it up in your own mind. But would you be surprised? Because no. I fucking wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if Boris was there. So, yeah, the situation I see it as is that it was weak, and I think the Sage lot, during the COVID, running the situation on the worst case scenario was probably the worst thing that could have done. The things of like making you wear a mask in a restaurant and taking the mask off when you go to the...
None of it made sense.
None of it made sense. When you were sitting down, you could take your mask off, eat and drink and chat. When you went to the toilet, you had to put a mask on. It doesn't really weigh up, in my opinion, of... I mean, who am I? You're saying, oh, who are you? You fucking eat burgers or stuff for a living. Well, this is my opinion. I've got a vote. I have got an opinion. We're not in Korea yet. You know what I mean? Although we're being slightly fucking downtrodden at the moment. You know, to just think that a thin piece of paper over your face could make the complete difference. I mean, I've wore masks at work when we were grinding powders off, grinding stuff off screws and barrels and everything, right? If I wore that, it wouldn't do me any good. It wouldn't, and yet the people in the top of this made out that the masks were gonna save it all. It was just ridiculous.
Well, no, that was another thing, wasn't it? First of all, they said that no, it wouldn't make any difference, and then they came out and said, yes, it would. So, and they were advising Boris. So I bet he didn't know whether he were on his arse or his elbow.
Well, when I was at work, it was the health and safety bloke brought in these masks that apparently had got nano silver 3 layers, which was supposed to stop the spreading. I can't understand that. So unless you was actually wearing a sealed unit on your head, I can't see how it fucking works.
That side, it was all contradictory, wasn't it?
Well, everything was.
So what the hell was Boris supposed to be thinking?
Yeah.
On one hand they're telling him one thing, on another hand they're telling him another.
Well, what he should have done, he should have had...
thing was a car crash, absolute car crash.
He should have had some experts for it on one side and some experts with a different opinion on the other side. And so Boris could have sat there and said, right, well, I've weighed this all up and we're going to do this. It's just ridiculous how the fact that you could get nicked for sitting on a park bench with your mate drinking a fucking Costa, and then you've got MPs having a party. It just, they knew what the risks were, or else they wouldn't have had them parties, including Starmer. And I don't care if people, Starmer's been found innocent or whatever. I don't care. I don't fucking care. He did it. They fucking did it. While everybody else was sitting there in misery, just because he's the leader of the opposition, it don't fucking make sense. I just didn't like it. What the idea? But other things that I think have really screwed him up is the fact that he's not sorted out the immigration that are coming here in their hundreds on dinghies. He's not sorted it. People are still blocking everything he tries to do. You know, he should be just saying, no, this is happening. He's got to start, well, he's too fucking late. Whoever comes in, whichever fuckwit comes in, right, they've got to start making tough decisions. He's done fuck all about the immigrants coming here. He's done fuck all about the price of fuel. It's going up and up and up.
We're throwing money at Ukraine and everything.
Well, we are. The gas, petrol, diesel's going up. You can't afford to fucking drive your car anywhere. You're getting electric cars, you can't afford to charge your electric car because it costs a fucking fortune.
Can't afford the bleeding kettle.
You can't, well, that's it. With the fuel going up, it's making food and clothing and everything else go up because they can't get it to the fucking offices. Is that dog trying to nick something off there? Russia's gave us a few £100 to fucking pay the gas bill.
Don't even touch the side.
What's that going to do? And it's not that he's giving it us, it's our fucking money. It's our money that he's giving to us. But that money that he's giving to us has got to be paid back, so he'll only take it in another fucking way. He'll only take it in another situation where they'll just put something else up, they'll just taxes and stuff. It's just fucking ridiculous. And the best thing is,
tax will go up next year.
well, and the other thing is, he's making us pay this money for these bills, right? He's giving us 150 quid, or he's giving us whatever.
Yeah, instead of knocking it off the fuel bill, why pay it into your council?
What will happen? We will pay that money to the fucking fuel companies. We'll pay it to the electricity and the gas companies. They'll get their money. Their profits will still go up. Them cunts at the fucking top will still get extra money, and we've paid for them to have a bonus. You can't make it up. You just can't make it up. He's carrying on with this fucking net zero thing. He's crippling the country. You've got all these silly fuckers gluing themselves to bloody paintings and stuff. They haven't got a clue what they're going to do to the country. It's going to cripple the fucking country because nobody will be able to afford to go anywhere. You can't have a net zero country. China have decided to say they're going to go net zero in 2060. Well, if that's good enough for China to go net zero in 2060, it's fucking good enough for us. We'll go net zero in 2060. People say, we've got to set the example. No, let China set the example. We'll follow China. Because at this moment, we're all driving around, or we're going to be driving around in cars with elastic bands and like fucking Fred Flintstone, with their feet through the bottom, fucking pedalling away, with a fucking dinosaur in the back. You cannot run a country on that. I wanted him to get tough on crime. I wanted him to lock fucking murderers and rapists and paedophiles up for good. I don't care if you've got 10 in a fucking cell the size of a garage. I'm not bothered. I don't care. You kill somebody, you rape a child, you murder a child, you do not. You just fucking get tough on crime. If there is a politician out there who's actually watching this, because I know our fucking useless politician, Jane Hunt, she's completely useless. All she does is put pictures out there on Facebook of her fucking meeting somebody and how much money we're raising for Ukraine. He should be cutting taxes for us. He should be cutting more fuel duty so that we can drive our cars and our vans and put money back into the economy, so that we can go to a pub or a restaurant or the pictures and stuff, and we're supporting local businesses. But no, they don't give a fuck. They just don't give a fuck. And at this moment now, it's getting to the stage where people can't afford to go out, but they can't even afford to stop in. They can't even afford to heat or eat. It's getting that fucking bad. They just couldn't give a fuck. They couldn't give a fuck. I'll tell you something else. It just fucking winds me up that they just go along and just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about us. They make out they care. They come out and they do these big speeches. This Partygate thing. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care about Partygate. People will be saying, oh, well, while they were having a party, somebody of my family was dying. With all due respect, I do care. I do care that somebody's died in your family.
No, the truth of that is the fact that those rules should never have been imposed in the first bloody place. Not that they partied.
Yeah.
Albeit they were absolutely wrong. They should be setting an example. But those rules should never have been there in the first place.
No, they shouldn't have been there. No way should somebody been allowed to have missed sitting next to their parent who was dying, their sister, their brother, whoever, their child, their wife. They should never ever have been allowed not to have been there. They should have been sitting there holding their hands while they passed away from this fucking mortal coil. And this is what I'm saying about Keir Starmer as well. He don't fucking care. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He millionaire Keir Starmer. He don't give a fuck. They may say all the right noises. They may make all the right sound bites.
Whoever replaces Boris, I think they'll just be just as bad, to be quite honest.
It's just complete fucking bullshit.
The way that Boris has already been ousted and been
pursued by the bullies.
Yeah, pursued by the media, trial by media again.
Yeah.
People turning on him and.
I've just been and put some diesel in the minute.
Yeah.
And the poopers. I think that's a fucking decent name for it. The poopers are there saying, like, they're making out, oh, Boris, you're a great leader. You got Brexit done. You got this done and all that. And yet, well, if it were that great, why you been stabbing him in the fucking back and kicking him in his nuts?
Yeah, it is sounding like you're defending Boris, but you're not.
I'm not defending him.
Because he's done a shit job.
What I'm saying is, whoever's going to come in, it's going to be just the same. It's all fucking manufactured.
Like I say, because whoever's engineered this, the backstabbing and everything else, has already got another leader in mind.
They have, and it'll be somebody part of that fucking World Economic Forum. The Klaus Schwab's, mate.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory, yeah. I have to get me some tin foil and let me put it on my fucking head.
Right, I shall.
Yeah. They'll be saying, oh, tin foil hat, and here we go.
Oh, I think you need more foil.
You see, the thing is, what we should have done.
I can't get on screen, I've got no bra on.
You see, what we should have done. You see, when we were all being told to stop at home and all that.
It's sticking out at the back.
Yeah. Well, they can't see around the back. What we should have done is when we're all being told to stop in and not be allowed out. I'll do this. Let's discuss Boris.
Is that your thumb title?
That's my thumb title. What we should have done, we should have all gone and joined these fucking freedom protests that the media plastered all over the wall that everybody knew about and that were marching through London. We should have all gone on that. Start the camera again. Yeah, we should have all gone on these fucking protest march, but that's it. I don't really know what else more to say. He's giving,
it seemed to me like it was a vendetta against Boris. His so-called friends have stabbed him in the back. colleagues, not friends.
Yeah. I mean, he's tried to do a job. He's tried to make himself popular in the world by giving billions of our money.
You can't please everyone.
You can't please...
Just please your bloody self.
Please your fucking self, because that's what I've started to do. Just please myself. It's like he's how he's...
Seen you. I caught you. Next time I think you should wear that hat.
I will do. He's tried to please the world by giving billions while we're all struggling. Or most of us are struggling. He's just decided to give billions to Ukraine. Hopefully that'll be fucking sorted now, and that'll be stopped. Because while people are struggling to feed the kids, let's get it sorted. But
are we funding a war that can never be won? And in the meantime, people are just dying.
Yeah,
on both sides.
Yeah, people are just dying on both sides. Well, they are. I don't know if Gary Lineker's set out that fucking prick. He can fuck off. So let's just look through my notes, see what I've missed. So, I do think it's a good thing that he's actually staying till they've got a new leader. I don't think the country can, although he's done a pretty shit job. You know what, when he's...
You need a leader.
Yeah, it's like when, well, do we know one?
I tell you what.
Me, I'm sitting here.
No, you're not bloody doing it. You might see, this last few months, you might see the best of Boris.
That's what I was just about to say. You know, when a football team gets relegated, sometimes when the pressure's off and they can't fuck up or they can't, it just doesn't matter. They play really well. And I'm just wondering if this is what Boris will do. I'm wondering if Boris...
It's a bit like when you think you've failed your driving test and you just kind of think, I may as well give up.
Yeah.
And you get there and you get back and they say you've passed and you can't believe it.
Mm. So I think in one way it is a good thing that he's stopping on, because I do not want fucking Theresa May back. I don't want her fucking walking in the fucking thing like bloody Peter Crouch. So yeah, hopefully they'll get it all sorted quick. We get a new leader in. Steve Baker, isn't it, June? Isn't that the one?
Yeah, Steve Baker and that...
Lord Frost.
That lady who's the Fareham constituent, what's her name?
Don't know. Oh,
Beaver.
Yeah, Beaver.
Beaver. I can't remember.
She's got my vote just for that. Blonde hair, pretty girl.
No.
Whatever. Sue Johnson.
Sue Ellen.
Swell. She's swell.
Yeah, Sue
Whatever.
Beaver.
Put it in the comments below.
I can't remember.
But I'll tell you something else now, right? Keir Starmer. If people think he's going to do a job when he gets into, if he gets into Prime Minister, because what I'm actually thinking is that the Tories will get a new leader, they'll come out with all the spiel, they'll go ahead in the polls, they'll call a snap election, they'll win an election again, and it'll all go to shit again. But if Keir Starmer, if you think Keir Starmer's the man, then I'd fucking seriously think again. Because, do you really...
Bollocks, has it?
Well, this is what I was just about to say. Do you honestly think that you want a person in charge of the country that doesn't know... What was the question? Can a
woman have a penis?
Can a woman have a penis? And he doesn't know the answer to that. And stuttering Starmer...
He does know the answer to that, but he ain't got the bollocks to say it.
He hasn't got the balls to do it. Now, if he hasn't got the balls to do that, he hasn't got the balls to do a lot of things.
How's he going to stand up to somebody like Putin?
Well, he'd probably take the knee to Putin as well.
Yeah.
He'd probably bow down to Putin. Starmer is just as bad, if not worse. The reason why Starmer's not done anything different in the last... That fucking dog will. Starmer's not done anything different from when he became party leader. The only thing that's changed is that Boris has fucked up. That's it, join in. Fucked up. Starmer's not done anything different.
No.
Starmer's not changed
Boris is not a proper Tory.
No. Starmer's not done anything. All that's happened is Boris has just fucking handed it on a plate to him.
Yeah.
But the thing as well is that can you tell the difference whether it's the red fucking millionaires in charge of the country or the blue fucking millionaires in charge of the country.
They just wear different coloured ties.
They do. They wear different coloured ties, and it's just a complete joke. And I personally think whoever's in charge. You see, I used to say to June, you've got to vote. People have died to get the vote.
And I used to say,
you didn't want it, didn't you?
I said, no, they're all a bunch of twats.
And I used to say, no, you've got to vote, do this. So anyway, but the thing is that I've actually come round to June's way of thinking. And thinking, they're all a bunch of fucking twats. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about June. They don't really care about the NHS. They may make out Angela Rayner.
They don't bloody use it, do they?
Yeah, Angela Rayner may think that she makes you want to be one of you, but she don't. Not really. They don't really care. All these politicians banging on about a fucking living wage and all, they don't really care. How can you have a wage of 84,000 and a fucking expensive bill of something like, I don't know, 100,000, 150,000? How the fuck does that work out?
She's really struggling, ain't she?
How the fuck does that work out that they can claim that much? If they can't budget their expenses, who's that Richard Bergen? He keeps coming on this fucking Twitter thing and he's banging on about stuff. That twat made a claim for 29 pence. 29 pence. I'm sure if you go through all politicians, they've all done stupid expenses claims. They shouldn't be allowed to do it. They don't care. They don't fucking care. They're okay. They when they finish their term as a politician, they'll just fucking get a nice pension and everything sorted. They're sorted for life. But these politicians and all this fucking World Economic Forum, they don't give a fuck. It's already in the stars what's going to happen. They won't be happy until we're fighting over fucking mouldy bread, dead rats and fucking puddle water. They don't care.
Suella Braverman.
Suella Braverman.
Yeah, not Beavertown.
Not Beavertown, not fucking Lazy Town.
That lady there.
Let's have a look at her. Oh. Is she worth what? Which one?
This lady.
Oh right. So why? Oh, hold on. Didn't she have a row with fucking Angela Rayner yesterday?
Well, I think she got the ump about something, didn't she?
Right.
Did she resign over Brexit when Theresa May was in charge or something like that? Yeah. I think so.
So, like, shut up, you fucking idiot. Like I say, it's just a complete joke. Boris has gone. Whoever comes in will do just the fucking same. They'll lie just as much. They'll treat us with just as much contempt as anybody else. And that's the way it's going to be. And that'll carry on and carry on and carry on until we all start voting independent. Whoever your independent MP is or your candidate is, just vote independent. Don't care even if you don't agree with them. Let's just upset the status quo. Don't vote Labour, don't vote Tory, don't vote that little fucking ginger fucker up in Scotland. Don't vote who's the fucking Lib Dems? Ed somebody, Mr. Ed. Don't fucking know. Don't vote for any of the poppy ones. Just go for independence. Let's really fuck it up. Alright folks, take that fucking hat off now. Laters.